Okay. Tuesday, July 21st.
This is going to be an all MMA show.
Pretty much, man. We're going to touch on one other thing, the UFL.
We're going to try. Yes, the UFL.
Undetermined Football League.
It's quite interesting. Actually, they've got a lot of name power.
Yeah, we'll get to that at the end, though, because people might just tune out if we start talking about this shit.
We just flit it in around.
Okay, real quick. The UFL, it looks like it might be Mike Vick's best option.
Yeah.
He finally got the ankle bracelet off. They snapped that shit off his ankle. He was like, oh, yeah, feels good. And now what is he going to do?
He's supposedly hiring a trainer that he used to work with before and try to get him in shape. And not Goodell, what's his name? Is it Goodell? Roger Goodell? Isn't that his name?
Yeah, Commissioner.
Yeah. So he's waiting to, try to see his fate. You know what? He served his time. Let him do whatever he wants.
Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the old commissioner, Paul Tagliabue, he's got together with some other guys, Mark Cuban included,
okay.
And they have to form what's the UFL. I mean, nobody's heard a lot about the UFL. Basically, there's only 4 teams that are going to be playing this inaugural season. It starts basically in October. The season ends somewhere in November.
Now, for all you guys out there, you're like, what? Huh? Who?
Yeah.
I mean, you have coach. I mean, you have some name power. You got Denny Green as a coach.
Fossil.
Jim Fossil's coaching.
Yeah.
But I mean, then you have other players who, Tim Rattay, Ken Dorsey. So it's not like the XFL where you've never heard of these guys. They'll be named players, and it looks like it's going to be a farm system for the NFL.
Yeah, it could be that. It's obviously it could be a good avenue for Michael Vick to go down because basically he could train. He has Orlando, the team Orlando with the UFL has rights to him. He could go ahead, play with them for a little bit. That first inaugural season, get the rust off, get some looks by NFL teams, and maybe some NFL team might need a quarterback because of injuries.
Slot receiver, don't play quarterback.
I agree.
Can you imagine him coming off the slot? You hand him the ball, him rolling to his left, and then he uncorks that thing.
Mm-hmm. They say the Redskins and the Seahawks could use him. Anyway, fuck that. We're done with that shit.
Wow, I guess we do cuss too much. Maybe Kevin does. Then again, somebody accused me of cussing too much, and I almost shit my pants. But anyway,
that's for the reason it's the Uncut Sports Show. Okay. Not the Nun Show.
Now, hopefully, if you've made it past these 2 minutes, you're about to get to hear something somewhat exciting.
Yes. Okay.
Fedor versus Josh Barnett is for the next Affliction card. The next Affliction card is August 1st.
Now, before we get into the thing, man, we got to touch on some things, George. Okay. How do we feel about Fedor? Because I think you know how I feel about Fedor.
I personally feel Fedor right now is pound for pound the baddest man on the face of the planet. Because we talked last week, what does it take to be pound for pound? You have to fight in multiple weight classes. How about you fight in a weight class where there is no weight limit?
Right, and he did that in Pride.
And he's done it.
Right.
And he continues to do it. But, I mean...
But the thing is this is where we definitely know he's the best. He has just ruled the heavyweight division the last 6 years. He's the best heavyweight out there. But what all these guys, like this guy, Hole27, that's WHOLE 27, who sent us a personal note while he was eating a fucking Fedor fucking testicle sandwich.
When Caps Lock was on, and then we got a big fuck you at the end.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, it's not that we're disregarding, we don't think anything. We were just saying that Lesnar, because we were 2 people that doubted Lesnar, he looks good. Fedor has not been beat, but no one is unbeatable. Exactly. And that's what we're trying to stress.
And let's be honest, Fedor fans, he was on the ropes in that last fight.
Oh, he was.
If Orlovsky doesn't try some flying knee, which I don't think he's ever done before,
right?
He might have won.
And then the comparisons. Well, Lesnar didn't fight. This Choi Hung Man. Come on, man.
He's rocking.
I mean, that's not a big athletic guy.
No, he's a sideshow. He's a freak show.
And first of all, people go, "Oh, he's fucking huge." Let me tell you something. That guy is 330 pounds, 7'2". He's the size of Shaquille O'Neal. Okay. People wouldn't think of him. People think of him always being so much bigger than Shaq. He's the size of fucking Shaq, except that nigga's head is just fucking big, so it fucks everything up and it distorts shit. So everybody thinks he's a fucking Jolly Green Giant because of his head. Has nothing to do with it. He's the size of Shaq.
And let's face it, Shaq is way more athletic than this cat.
And went 3 rounds with Bob Sapp. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, what we're getting at is Affliction has a card. In the base part of their card, as always, they bring name power. They have Takanori Gomi, Gilbert Ival, Vitor Belfort, Babalu Sobral with the matchup between Fedor and Barnett as the headliner.
Now, let me tell you something. This is a good fight. Now, I'll tell you what. Fedor is the man. If Fedor goes through Barnett, that will be very impressive to me. I think Josh Barnett poses a good fight for Fedor. Fedor, the problems that he has had in the past is with like Simi Schmidt or something he faced. Big guy. He had problems with Crow Cop, and he had problems with Coleman in their second bout. And when I say problem, so everybody gets this fucking right, I mean, he went 2-3 rounds with these guys. He had decisions with these guys. Barnett, was the youngest UFC champion. He's a big guy. He's about 260 pounds. He's got good hands. He's a catch wrestler. He's also whipped Fedor's little brother's ass.
Yes.
So, I mean, he poses a good challenge for Fedor.
Yes. Now,
did I say the right word?
Yes.
Okay.
So you have the Affliction event very early on, and then you have UFC 101 probably like a week later. Now, we're not really going to talk about UFC 101 because let's face it, nothing's happening on that card. You have Anderson Silva versus Forrest.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right.
What I want to talk about is the card later that month. Why we're getting 2 pay-per-views in 1 month from the UFC. That's another show.
Right.
But you get UFC 102 where you have Couture versus Nog.
Right.
That's the big match. Now here's my thing.
Okay.
If Couture wins this fight over Nogueira,
Okay.
and Fedor wins his fight, does Couture... Now, Couture supposedly, from my understanding, Couture's done with the UFC after this fight. It's his last fight under contract.
Right.
And if Dana can't get a deal with Fedor for more than one fight, because you can't have Fedor come in one fight, because if he comes in one fight and beats Brock, the heavyweight title's useless.
Right.
But what about Randy Couture versus Fedor? No one wants to talk about that, because it could be an option.
And that's a good point.
Even if Fedor loses to Barnett and Couture loses to Nogueira, would you watch a pay-per-view with Fedor versus Couture?
Oh, everybody would. Because
Exactly.
they're 2 very popular fighters.
And no one's talking about that. Everyone it's all the focus right now is on Brock and Fedor.
Right.
What about Randy Couture?
Yeah.
Randy Couture's gone the longest with Brock, and
Right.
a lot of people say that Brock beat him with a lucky punch. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, he was starting to wear Randy Couture down. He's just such a bigger guy, a large
So
guy.
what do you think about the possibility of watching?
I think if I was Fedor, okay, you know what I mean, and I'm not, because I'm short and I'm black and I can't fight like the motherfucker. But if I was Fedor, okay, I would welcome that, because
You're going to get paid more.
you're going to get paid more, just like Manny Pacquiao is right now.
Versus
he's
Cotto, that got signed.
He got signed. He's saying, I'm going to take what's coming at me. He can fight Randy Couture, get a big payday, sit back and see what's going on in the
Even
UFC.
Randy Couture, because now Randy Couture is not under that UFC contract.
Right.
He can basically go like a boxer as an independent contractor and go, Golden Boy, Affliction, how much do you want to pay me to fight Fedor?
Right.
And it's going to be I think it's going to be way more than the UFC would be willing.
Yeah, they got a good financial backing with that association. I mean, they can put
and a hell of a promotion.
Yeah, when they got Trump and stuff, they can put out some money. So I mean, I agree with you.
There's a lot of things coming down the MMA pipeline.
Yes,
That
without a doubt.
there's a big chance for a lot of big things to happen.
Yeah. Now, moving on to fighting, we just touched on it a little bit. Pacquiao and Cotto, that's a done deal now.
Yeah, fighting in November.
Now,
Everyone, I'm cutting you off. Everyone, the last 3 fights, Pacquiao's gone in, or the last 2 fights, as the smaller guy. He's going to get beat up. He can't handle their power.
Right.
Now, while Hatton's aging, De La Hoya's aging. Jesus, does no one give Pacquiao any credit?
Right.
He goes in as the smaller man and beats people's asses. So why would you tell me he's going to lose to Cotto? Cotto's a bigger fighter.
Right.
It doesn't matter right now.
Right. I mean, Cotto's going to drop a little weight. Pacquiao's going to come up a little bit weight. The question is this. Pacquiao's taking his payday, obviously, against Cotto and stuff like this. On the other side, you got Mayweather fighting, his match. Now, everybody wants to see Mayweather win, and everybody wants to see Pacquiao win, because then
not everybody.
And, I know there's some people out there that don't want to. Who, in your opinion, you feel poses the biggest threat? Do you think that...
Look, I don't know shit about boxing.
Right.
All I know is fucking Pacquiao's on a hot streak. He's beating everyone that's going in front of him. I'm putting my money on Pacquiao and my money on Mayweather, because Mayweather will punch you 37 times, cover up, and then just dance around the ring.
Yeah.
Those 2 need to win so we can watch them fight. That's
right,
all.
and that's it. And if that happens, I think that probably happens sometime next spring.
And that's a ridiculous payday. But
Yes.
on another thing, we have a character, to say the least, over at our board system.
Yes.
Or on our boards or whatever. His name's B-Dog.
Yes, B-Dog. Hey, you know what? Can I say something to B-Dog real quick, man? B-Dog, I love you, man. But when they were talking about how the Ben Roth thing, like he's getting accused of rape, and I guess Nina basically said, here we go again. No, who knows? It was B. Milner said basically, here we go again. Bobby said, here we go again. Another athlete being accused of rape. You know what Dog said, man? But Kobe did it. That's fucked up, man. He said, but Kobe did it, man. How does a girl say, hey, rape me in my butthole? Jesus.
Wow. Anyway, B-Dog has put out some good rants. He brought up 3 good topics. Sadly, it's toward the end of the show. We won't get on them. But he's going to create a thread and put these up each week, his rants.
Okay.
So it gives you a reason to go. Tell him what you think. And maybe you can go back and forth. Maybe you'll agree. Maybe you won't. Solid.
Yeah, and hello to all the new people who've signed up over the forum.
The Pedro Martinez signing.
Yeah.
what was it? TO's issues, and then what was this third?
I don't know, but it's time to go.
Yeah. Peace.